All right, that was a good reason for you not being able to hear me. That was a user error. That is not the thing I was worried about, but that's good. Hopefully you can hear me now. Gonna give it a few minutes until people show up. And then, yeah, what's going on, Vegan Metalhead? Biosphere Mag. Thank you for the, letting me know that it was only music going on. And yeah. Well then, I'll redo the intro now that you can actually hear me. Greetings everyone, and greetings YouTube to yet another live stream. Today we're gonna look at dried mushrooms and things from the Asian store, and I guess actually a few other things too. I also got these little rice cake cylinders. I'm not even sure what they're called. Rice cake, yeah, rice cake cylinder things that y'all need to know about. This is gonna enhance your life by itself. Tokira, what's going on? I'm a genius, thank you. Hopefully. Metal Music Maniac. Learned a lot from cooking over the years. Sacrifice the cheese. Yes. Vegan Metalhead is wearing a doesn't suck being vegan shirt from Happy Healthy Vegan. Yeah, those two are awesome. Love those people. I haven't seen them in a while. Metal, veganism, and fungi, my type of show. So, let's see what we got here. Got a whole bunch of things. So we have some white fungus. Does it say white fungus anywhere? It's kind of weird. Sometimes they don't say. Oh yeah, there it is. White fungus. Perfect. Dried white fungus. This is a brand new one I got. This is one that I had forgotten about that was kind of older and it had been just kind of sitting in there. Whoops, let me make that full screen for you. And yeah, we're gonna see if these older ones cook up just as well as the newer ones. I really like white fungus. We have, of course, black fungus. Yeah. Now, I thought this was synonymous with wood ear mushroom, but I looked it up, and I guess that's not exactly true. I think this one is actually called cloud ear mushroom, but sometimes they're used interchangeably, and sometimes they're used they're functionally equivalent, and they use them in like they just. If you see wood ear mushroom, it might be this, it might not be this, but technically they're different species. Uh-oh, audio picking up on both videos, thank you. Hold on a second. Fix that. Thank you for letting me know about... Oh yeah, there we go. Thank you. Hopefully that is working now. Whoops. Better, yes, as we go through these live streams. Hopefully all the technical difficulties will end eventually, but for some reason, I don't know why the technical difficulties just keep coming in life in general. I guess it's just, we have to, life is suffering, so it will never be free of difficulties. We have some shiitakes, we got some lion's mane, And we got these bamboo mushrooms. That's what they're called. But the ingredients is Phallus induisius. Indusiatus. Indusiatus? Phallus indusiatus. So induce the phallus. You all can see what that looks like. Kira, I look strong. Thank you. I love my 30-minute workout routine every other day. It's a workout routine that I can finally stick to. And it's just basic stuff, but yeah. All right, let me know if that audio goes crazy again. So first and foremost, let's check out some lion's mane. Oh yeah, vegan metalhead works out 30 minutes, 3 times a week. Damn straight. Gotta take care of your body in some way, especially if you're gonna eat like I do. Gotta work some of it off. Cause I like to eat. So these are lion's mane mushrooms, trying to get rid of the glare there. See if this, as you see, they're kind of spiky, kind of hairy. They're not really spiky. They're just they just look it kind of hairy. But they don't usually say lion's mane mushroom on the package. And so now the bad thing about them is that they are bitter. And to get rid of the bitterness, we have to do some things. So this is the first time that you put them in water. The water is going to be, it's going to turn about this color. You eventually want it to get as clear as possible. Both of these have been soaking for the exact same amount of time, which was just overnight. I put these in to soak overnight. And I've just dumped and refilled the water and squeezed these out a little bit, about three or so times. And so let me show you real quick. This will be our sink cam. This is my sink side. And I mean, of course, you just dump out the water. Wash your hands a little bit. And just give these a little squeeze to squeeze out the water. And you just keep doing that until the water is clear, and then they will not be bitter. I am very averse to bitter, so I need to do that. So the lion's mane mushrooms. Now, if you buy these fresh, they are very expensive. This package, I think, was like $3 and change. And they rehydrate to make a whole lot. So that is far better than the like $18 or so a pound they are for fresh. And let's bust out. Now, most of these, you can soak them overnight, but oftentimes I don't think about that I'm gonna eat something way far in advance. Usually I'm just like, oh yeah, I just kind of want that. So in that case, we've got some water boiling. Oh, and actually that realize that little screen is off the screen. Let me bring that on real quick. Oh, no, it wasn't a good spot. My other thing was just covering it up. Yeah, so I have some water boiling and we are just going to boil them instead of soaking them forever. So should be able to boil them for 5 minutes or so. Freja says, yes, you haven't missed it today. We're here, not missing things. So I like to squeeze some of the water out of these lion's manes, but let's get a good view of this guy. The best thing about the lion's manes, in my opinion, is sort of the thicker texture. When we fry these up, these are gonna have this like sort of thicker, meatier-ish texture. Now, granted, in the end, it tastes like a mushroom. It's not going to be some kind of mind-blowing vegan meat substitute. It's not that. It tastes like a mushroom. And a lot of these mushrooms, somewhat similar in a mild taste. The shiitakes definitely have a strong taste, but fairly mild tasting mushroom. But they're good. Mushrooms are good. Vegan Melod says, I've tried so many new fruits and vegetables since going vegan. And vegan honey mangoes honey mangoes are an obsession of mine. Tiny yellow mango. Yeah, I mean, many of the mangoes are awesome, and it's pretty crazy that, yeah, before I was vegan, probably ate a lot of the exact same stuff kind of all the time. And then after being vegan, you try all sorts of everything. So what we're gonna do today is, got that water boiling. We're gonna toss in a few of these to see how they rehydrate. We're going to make some different sauces and cook a few of these up and toss a few different sauces on them. And that will be our mushroom experiment. So let's go ahead and get some of these boiling. What's up, Catfire? I'm gonna break this in half, if I can. Actually, I'm gonna break it into quarters because each of these are gonna become huge and we have a lot of mushrooms to try. So maybe I'm gonna use 3/4 of this one in there. Wrong ends. I've not yet tried bitter melon. Sounds bitter, but it might not be because soursop is not sour. It's amazing and very sweet. See, there we go. We'll use one of those later. Bust out the black fungus. All of these are going to increase quite substantially in size. Some shiitakes, which I'll just throw a few in there. And we'll see, I'll keep these, the old ones, keep the old one of these as a whole so I can differentiate it and see how it compares to the newer broken up pieces. So let's go ahead and toss this in the water. And I'm gonna need more water already. Like your spiky pans, yes. I quite enjoy the spiky pans as well. They're a bit more, I mean, they're functional, and I use them in the videos and cooking demonstrations in the shows, but they're just more of a pain in the butt than the non-stick stuff that I use on the day-to-day basis. I tried durian. Yes, I have tried durian. I don't mind it as much as some people do. I think durian's it's all right. It's not my favorite thing, and it's kind of expensive. So so I don't get it that often. You can get it for a little bit cheaper, well, much cheaper frozen, and but even then, it's still kind of expensive for how much you get. It's I guess it's been described, it has a very pungent smell and tastes, some people say tastes like feet ice cream, which maybe isn't a completely inaccurate description, but maybe not completely accurate either. Make this video a little bit bigger so you can see everything going on in the pan. And let's get some shiitakes in there. I think the latest fruit that I tried that I really like a lot, I think it was several months ago. And of course, every fruit, some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are whatever, but is probably mangosteen, which is tropical fruit. They're very expensive in the United States and very cheap in Southeast Asia, I believe. And yeah, it's like this like little purple ball that you like break open, and it's got little, almost like orange slice flesh pieces inside. And wow, it's just incredible taste. It's like an amalgamation of many different Asian fruits like lychee and jackfruit and other things. What's the plan with the mushrooms? We're gonna make some different sauces and saute them up and see how they are. Willie, you think you've had candy flavored with mangosteen? That sounds amazing. I mean, actually, I don't know, they say juicy fruit gum tastes like ripe jackfruit. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, mangosteen is kind of around there. So I can't really tell a difference so far. This is the old white fungus that's been sitting around for quite some time that I forgot about. Probably, I don't know, 6 months or so. And these are the newer ones. I can't tell a difference. So hopefully they taste the same. And that will be cool as hell. What's the name of the recipe? I don't know. There is no name. We're just making some different mushrooms and doing some different sauces. And that's the name of the recipe, mushrooms with different sauces. So we're gonna start this sauce off with some water and heat it up. Let's go ahead and toss in one of these little soup cubes. It's little chai soup cubes. Hopefully you can see that. Can't really see that. The glare is really kicking out. One of these. Now make sure to read the ingredients on these things because not all of them are vegan, but usually the ones with that chai seem to be vegan. I'm gonna boil these mushrooms for like 5 or so minutes, however long they need to do to get soft. Let's go ahead and throw in some fried garlic. Move this over here. Fried garlic. Go ahead and definitely get these things in the Asian store. This package of this costs about $5-ish and lasts a really long time. And the main thing that I do with them is you just toss a few in there, and then as the water boils and they infuse like an awesome garlic flavor throughout the sauce. What's up, Joseph? That's it? You gonna come to eat? Absolutely. Virus go vegan. Damn straight. And let's go ahead and toss some sugar in here. So why not? Maybe some soy sauce. Go ahead and toss some mirin in there. Some rice wine, I believe. Cooking wine. Andrew Scott says, I have a Chinese grocery store 4 blocks from me. It's the greatest. They really are. It sucks that they're all over an hour away from you. Now, the good thing about lots of things like this, or many things at the Asian grocery stores, is that you can stock up on them and they last quite some time. So that's cool as hell. Let's go ahead and bust open these rice cakes because these things are so damn good. I mean, it's just rice cakes. Now they're vacuum sealed. So when I open this up, these things aren't gonna last forever. So keep them in like a Tupperware in the fridge or else they're gonna get moldy. They do last some time though. Just gonna toss them in that boiling water. I don't recommend getting a lot of this stuff on Amazon because it's like 4 times the price than at the store. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. How do you pronounce that? Teteakbaki? Teakbaki? I'm not sure. All right, let's go ahead and start up a pan with some oil. Sauce cooks down. Dakbaki. Is that how you pronounce it? Dakbaki. Yeah. Those things increase the value, increase your living experience alone. Let's go ahead and get some of these out. Try to use the slotted spoon. Soft enough yet? Yeah, the glorious white fungus is in all of its glory. So yeah, that seems like they're rehydrated and soft enough. Take out all this white fungus. Black fungus doesn't look quite ready yet, so those keep going. Shiitakes take a little while because they're a little bit tough. Let's go with the lion's mane and the white fungus. Look at that pile of white fungus. Yeah, and I think a package about this size is like $5 or so at the Asian store. Korean mom will be greatly impressed with your cooking. We'll see about that. Maybe she'll look at it and just say, "You fucked up." Go ahead. Oh, pan isn't quite hot yet, but let's toss these line the main in there. There we go. It's starting to get hot. And I'm going to cut some of these white fungus pieces into smaller pieces. see, there we go. You can also get dehydrated vegan meats in Asian stores. I'm a huge fan of this Verisoy brand from Taiwan. Get some TVP and these vegan soy slices. Let's toss a couple of these in there just to show them off. Anumatar says, I had an ex-partner of mine was from a Korean family. Her mom called me a great Korean housewife. This is as the kimchi was so good. Let's toss a few of these in the boiling pot. Start sauteing some of this white fungus. Cut that into a little bit smaller of a piece. Now, funny story that I would say the Asian grocery stores in Orlando, Florida, in my opinion, are better than the ones in Los Angeles when I lived in Los Angeles from 2016 to 2020. Now, granted, the land price, Orlando used to be stupid cheap. Like the living cost of Orlando, not that long ago. I mean, granted, I'm an ancient soul here at 42, but not that long ago, especially in the early 2000s and stuff like that, rent here was stupid cheap. I mean, I'm talking like $600 rent got you like a place in like one of the most desirable parts of town, and yeah, I mean, yeah, or Orlando, like the rent prices and land prices in general were just stupid cheap. So that ties into the story because a lot of the Asian grocery stores in Orlando are pretty big, and they cater to sort of all of the Asian ethnicities, whereas the ones in Los Angeles are significantly smaller and mostly cater to whatever ethnicity is immediately around them and that mostly shops there. So the Asian grocery stores in Orlando are absolutely huge, many of them. And there's quite a few of them, which I don't quite understand how. I mean, but they all seem fairly busy a lot of the time. So I don't know. I don't quite get it. Now, granted, land prices and things have skyrocketed in LA. Whoa! Look at this thing now. That is huge. Gonna leave that in for a couple more minutes. Mi goreng. I mean, I guess I've seen that in terms of like the instant noodle style things, which some of them seem to be accidentally vegan. But yeah, I will look that up. I just added a little bit of water to this because a lot of the water had evaporated. I left it on pretty high temperature. But let's try our sauce. I always want to try it to see how concentrated it is and how flavorful it is. Just take the end of a chopstick. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Just a simple thing with lots of MSG and other flavor enhancers, which is what basically all soup broths are. Let's get these sauteing up, and then we'll pour the sauce on there. Let's see if I can get out a couple more of the mushrooms. Asian market in Tampa is pretty good size. Last I lived there 20 years ago. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are pretty decent sized ones in Tampa too. As all of Florida used to be pretty cheap, and then now it's not. But the legacy of that is large places. Oh, my duck baki is coming apart. I left it in there a little too long. That's all right. Fish it out. Take it out. Yeah, from those little pieces became these huge black tentacle monsters. Vegan meat, still a little bit tough, so I'm going to leave those pieces in there. Got the mushrooms popping all over the place. So yeah, these are looking fairly sauteed up. This is what these lion's mane pieces are going to look like when they're sauteed up. Let's go ahead and toss a sauce on these. Excuse me. The black tentacle monster. Yes. Just a touch more sauce. Be careful using too much sauce because this is pretty concentrated, so might want to taste a tiny little piece before You add too much sauce. Take this little piece off. See how it is. Look at this fork. Forget who gave this to me, so forgive me. Hail Satan. That's amazing. All right, that's awesome. Holy shit. Okay, that's perfect. Perfect amount of sauce. Woo. Toss this in a bowl. Here is our first dish. Lion's mane mushroom and white fungus. Forget the actual, what's the other name for white fungus? Hold on, let me look it up. White fungus. Tremella. Lion's mane and tremella. Go ahead and try lion's mane, see if they're bitter or are good. Oh yeah, that is quite awesome. Very hot. All of them. Damn, that's perfect. And so yeah, these lion's manes, well, they don't really have much of a taste at all, actually. I mean, especially after you kind of rinse them and dunk the water as many times as I did. Which, yeah, if you don't do that, they're going to be quite a strong bitter taste. But they have the amazing taste of the sauce and this sort of very hearty texture. So initially, I was a little bit down on lion's mane because the first time I tried it, I didn't soak it enough and it was too bitter. And man, I just wasn't that impressed. But you know what? For the price, these things impress me more and more all the time. These are quite cheap, especially if you get them dehydrated like that. And really nice texture. They soak up the sauce. They're great. You just said, what is in the sauce? So the sauce was super simple. We just used one of these little soup cubes, some soy sauce, some sugar, some mirin, some fried garlic, and let's make another sauce. I'm gonna save the rest of the sauce because I don't just want to throw out sauce. But let's make another one to show off some more cool stuff. And then we'll use it with the rest of those mushrooms. Okay, for another sauce, let's go ahead and once again start with some water. For sort of the soup seasoning for this, we're going to use this vegetarian seasoning stuff, which is like mushroom powder, which is also basically just even though it says no MSG, I mean, it's basically all of the other flavor enhancers. And even if you read things on like Better Than Bouillon, the vegan one, it'll say things like autolyzed yeast extract, which these are all basically names to hide MSG. Even though it's not technically MSG, and I think autolyzed yeast extract is, MSG is basically just one of the things in, or that autolyzed yeast extract makes, but it sort of makes all the flavor enhancers. So, in the end, it's just hiding ways to add flavor enhancers to the food, which are delicious, honestly. And it's weird. I used to get what everyone thought was MSG headaches from eating at Chinese restaurants when I was a kid. And I don't know. I don't know what that was. I mean, it was definitely a thing because it hurt. I mean, it felt like a rope, like twisting in my head, like a rope, like tightening like that. And but I didn't get it from other things that had MSG that I ate at the time as a kid. I mean, any kind of like rice boxes or anything like that. So yeah, I don't know. But it does make things taste delicious. So let's go ahead and cut this mushroom into some bite-sized pieces. Now, sometimes with these dehydrated mushrooms, you're gonna get a little piece of it that is just really tough, and you can soak it forever, but it's not gonna get any better. So just chuck it. Chuck that little piece. Yeah, there's another one. Like these, the shiitakes, a little bit tough. No, they're pretty good. This one's a little tough. Sometimes you just can't rehydrate them all. You can't rehydrate every aspect of them. Sometimes you have to cut out that little tough stem. One more giant black fungus. So this next sauce, let's go with a bunch of oils and spicy things. Fee Crispin says, Mom can't have any MSG, not even natural MSG. These are heart palpitations. Damn. Yeah, I'm sure it does with some people. So that mushroom seasoning is going to dissolve. Let's go with some of those fried garlic pieces again. They're just so damn good. Let's go with some fried red onion pieces. This similar to the fried garlic. You'll find basically right next to each other in the Asian stores. Just kind of do the same thing. Toss them in there. As it boils, it spreads the flavor. get some chili crisp. Some chili paste, chili crisp stuff. Just check one thing. Love chili crisp. Damn straight. Chili crisp is incredible. This one in particular is quite spicy. This is the one I'm using right now. Fried chili paste. So just used a little bit of it. Quite spicy. Maybe a little more. Let's get some spice in there. Let's use some sesame oil. Maybe let's use a lesser known ingredient as well. Got some fermented chili bean sauce. So, dobanjan. Forgive me if I butcher the pronunciations. I'm terrible. When I eventually make a video on Mapao tofu, this is one of the main flavor carriers in that. Flash says it's hard to find lion's mane. What country are you in? Are you in the US or otherwise? Said I got these from Asian stores, and it just says dried fungus on it. Doesn't say lion's mane, but just have to know what those are. And these are wicked cheap. Let's go ahead and fry it up, or get this heating up. Add a tiny bit more oil. Tiny bit for my standards, not for anyone else's standards. All right, the vegan meats are probably fine. We'll take those out and drain them. Get these mushrooms sauteing. come over here for a second. These vegan meat pieces, I'm gonna run some cold water over them because I want to get them cold enough to handle. And if you're serving for other people, you can wear gloves, of course, but it's just myself. Just gonna take these, kind of squeeze them out. Just squeeze out the water. Let's go ahead and saute these vegan meats in there. Everything else. Right, while things are just kind of cooking and it's boring, I'm going to run an ad. Some more of this. Of course, you can put this over rice or whatever you want. Mix it into some noodles. Or just eat it just as it is. Okay, let's try this other sauce, see how it's coming out. Oh, that's good. Oh, damn, that's spicy. One hell of a kick. That's good. Just need a bit more water. No, I think it's all right. Maybe just a hint more water. Yeah, these dried mushrooms seem to last quite some time. Quite the hell of the shelf life. Of course, always the shameless plug. You can get your very own satanic spell book by going to veganblackmetalchef.com and clicking the link for that. There's also the ebook if you just want the ebook for wicked cheap price of $6.66. And you can also get these fine shirts that you too can have for pretty cheap price. veganblackmetalchef.com. Jennifer, I love the book. Thank you. Totally appreciate it. Because I didn't really flip it open and give it to you in all of its glory. Which you can also scan these little QR codes and it brings up a video of how to make whatever it is that you're looking at. It's one for almost everyone in the book. I should finish up the like 2 or 3 that I haven't finished them up for. But yeah, there's a whole other sort of hidden YouTube channel with less produced videos on how to make the rest of that stuff in there. Vivian, wicked recipes. Thank you. Yes. All right, this is looking pretty done. The vegan meats, excuse me, are looking somewhat browned on each side. I'm gonna toss in these things that the rice cake cylinders that I recently learned how to hopefully pronounce as duckbach. And our sauce. Try a little piece to make sure there's enough sauce or not too much. Though if there's too much, it's hard to do much about that now. Oh, that was perfect. Actually, no. Maybe a hint more sauce. Spices are flying throughout the air here. Okay, this is what this looks like. Hopefully that'll focus in there. Yeah, there we go. Second dish. Excuse me. Got the little dehydrated vegan meat slices. Shiitake mushrooms. See how tough these are, or if they're not, if they're soft enough. Oh yeah, shiitakes are soft. And the black fungus. The black fungus is good. I think I would cut it up into tiny little pieces though and mix it into stuff. It's got an interesting like noodle-like texture. And yeah, I mean, it's fine just like this. But I think just like cut up. Yeah, this is quite spicy. It's a little rice cake dudes. Which you can even take these, dip them, since they don't have much flavor of their own, but it's good with the sauce. Dip them in the other sauce. Ah. Really good. And this is all easy to make. I mean, this is, you saw everything. These things rehydrate into just this really nice, like really meaty, awesome thing. Well, hell yeah. So I did forget to do the bamboo things. These are very different. They are kind of, let me just bust one out. They rehydrate quite quickly. And they become this like sort of net. They like expand into this net. They have super subtle flavor. And I mean, just do the exact same thing with it. And yeah, they have a pretty pungent smell. I'm not sure what the smell is. I mean, it smells like a mushroom, but yeah, but they expand out into this kind of cool net-like thing, but still stays together somewhat well, but more fragile than the others. But yeah, so hopefully you saw a little bit on how to make a few different sauces and are not afraid to go after those dehydrated mushrooms and other things in the Asian stores. We're going to make these dakbak rice cakes. These things are so good. And the ingredients: rice, wheat starch, salt, and ethyl alcohol. That's it. Damn. Yeah, these things are so good. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up here. Appreciate y'all stopping by, and I will see y'all in the next one.